Hi there. This week we are taking a look at our next core area of linguistics, which is phonology. So last week we were working on phonetics, and phonology is kind of a continuation of phonetics. Phonetics and phonology are really closely related. So what phonetics is just looking at the sounds, just the raw sounds, and analyzing them. And then phonetics is looking at sound patterns in specific languages. So I have a little bit of an example here on the home page, and I just really wanted to quickly explain what it is. There is something in your module that explains it in the quiz, so I don't want to spend too much time on it, but what you have is under the phonology, it is what's called the phoneme T. Okay, so for native speakers of English, we're going to recognize this as the sound, or maybe even the letter T, or the sound T. But in actuality, it sounds different depending on where in the word and what the environment or what sounds are next to it. And so sometimes it's just going to be the regular T. Sometimes if it's at the end of the word, it's called unreleased. Sometimes it's going to be actually this little R looking thing. It's in between two vowels. Sometimes it's going to have what's called aspiration, and then that's indicated with this little H. Sometimes it'll have a palatal, palatalness, like in this word, and then sometimes it'll have a kind of an affricate kind of ness to it. And that really depends on, again, the environment. So all of these representations here are what are called allophones, okay? And as natives, they're allophones of the phoneme T. So as native speakers, we don't even realize that we are pronouncing T differently. We just recognize them all as the same sound or the same letter. However, in different languages, they definitely do. They have some of these, and some of these make a difference depending on the meaning, but because they don't make a difference in meaning to us in English, we don't understand them as being different. And then for us, for example, we have different sounds. T and D, for example, are two different sounds or two different phonemes, but in some languages, T and D are the same sound or the same phoneme, and the native speakers of those languages don't hear the difference. They're just, depending on the environment, they sound the same. So that's what that's all about. Okay. So let's get into the module, and let me show you what we have. Okay, we've got 4 assignments. The first one is a quiz, and he does talk about the phonemes and the allophones. And so you can watch the video. This is Dr. Ashworth talking about it, and also I've got a PowerPoint here for you. 8 questions. And then there's an assignment that has to do with the difference between Hmong and English. So I've got the consonants and the vowels of Hmong and English here. You can see them all laid out, and I've got a couple questions for you. If you're not sure what to do here, you can reach out to the Past Center, or you can send me an email, and I'll give you some more information on that. And then I've got an assignment on teaching phonological awareness. So there's a video and an article here. And so what I'm asking you here to do is tell me about phonological awareness, and then I also would like you to talk about some kind of an example or an activity that can be done in class. And then finally, this takes us to the discussion for the week, and the discussion is really, it's very open-ended this week, something that you learned, something that you think is important, something that you'll remember, that you'll take with you, that has to do with either phonetics or phonology, okay? And then that takes us to the end of the week. Let me know if you have any questions or any problems, and I'll be seeing you in the discussion. All right, I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.